Hello, everyone, and welcome to All Matters Financial, Pareto's podcast. Today's subject is on who Pareto are, and our guest speaker today is the esteemed Managing Director, Paul Stones. Paul, would you like to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks, Stuart. Certainly. I've worked in financial services now since 1991, so rather a long time. And since then, I've had roles in lots of different areas of financial planning before joining Pareto in 2010. I don't have a particular area that I consider that I would specialise in, perhaps, but I think I've always enjoyed being a generalist advisor, comfortable in all areas, which I've often found really useful as you're never quite sure what might come up in conversations with clients. I also think I like the variety that comes with working with both individual clients and their families, but also trading businesses too.
Okay, good, thank you. So, moving on to the key topic today about who Pareto are. As I mentioned, you're the Managing Director, but you came in as an IFA, sales
That's right.
manager, obviously director and now managing director. So you've seen the business from all aspects of the sales cycle. Can you just run through who Pareto are and what exactly it is we do?
Okay. Pareto are one of the largest financial planning companies in the UK now, formed 15 years ago, and we now have over £1 billion under influence. So we've grown rapidly since we started. We are experts in all matters financial, of course, and I like to think we now have built a formidable reputation for providing great service to our clients and professional partners. We've got an absolutely brilliant team working for us, people who are passionate about the work that they do and the positive impact that they can have on our customers. And as you can probably tell, I'm really proud of this company.
And I think one accolade that we've received this year is being in the FT Advisor 100, which is
Yeah,
no mean feat for any company.
absolutely not. It's a fantastic result. And as far as I'm concerned, it's onwards and upwards for this business, but we're doing really well.
Good. And for some of our listeners out there who may not know what a financial advisor does, would you just like to run through what an IFA or independent financial advisor may do on a day-to-day basis?
Okay. So an IFA can be many things depending on the individual client that we're looking after. I suppose you could say that sometimes we're a friend, a counsellor, an educator, an arranger of things. We provide technical support, reassurance. It really all starts with building a relationship, which we then want to continue for the long term. That's what we believe very passionately in. Building trust with our customers, which is really important to us. I suppose our first priority is to be clear on a client's current position before identifying what they might need and what they're trying to achieve, because sometimes, of course, clients don't know themselves. For individual clients, perhaps it can be to protect the family, secure a comfortable retirement, get the right sort of return on their money, get maximum tax efficiency on their assets, perhaps. And for businesses that we might look after, it might be that they need help protecting the business against key risks, extracting profit in the most tax efficient way, or making sure that the right sort of things are in place for employees.
Okay, good. So for any of our clients listening out there or potential clients, when might they think that they need to introduce themselves to a financial advisor?
Do you know, I would say that right the way throughout your working life and beyond into retirement, it's always important to make sure that you're getting the right advice. Every year we get a raft of changes in the Chancellor's budget, which impacts on lots of people, creating things to watch out for and opportunities too. In addition to that, our industry's changed so much since I started out, and the way advice was provided to clients back in 1991 is so different to today. So it's absolutely vital all clients keep themselves as up to date as they can to make sure that whatever arrangements they have in place remain suitable for them. And the only way to make sure you're getting that is that you're receiving ongoing advice. So that's what's really important.
I think that is one of the most important things, isn't it? Where you can set policies up, but making sure that your policies can change as your circumstances change, and also regulation, that your policies are up to date with what you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely spot on, Stuart, yeah.
Good. So, with regards to there are a number of financial advising companies out there. What would you state makes Pareto Financial Planning stand out from our competitors?
Okay, I think there are probably a few things that I could say there. I would say that it's our dedication to providing the best service that we can to all of our customers in good times and bad. And the last 3 years obviously been a bit of a struggle. I believe we also have the most amazing team here at Pareto, and we care a great deal about the loyalty of our staff. They look after us and we like looking after them. We look to provide them with the right training, the right opportunities, and create a culture that's a pleasure for them to work within. We also have an extensive network of partners and professional connections, which is critically important to us. Indeed, we're very active in building relationships throughout the Northwest and nationally these days. And lastly, I think we also take very seriously our environmental and social responsibilities, being part, as we are, of a rapidly changing world. So to give one big example, assessing client vulnerability is a huge part of what we do. Given the stresses and strains of the last few years, that's arguably more important now than ever before.
No, I would agree. And in terms of size, Paul, just for some of our listeners, because the various sizes of financial planning companies out there, can you just run through the size of Pareto and the backup that we've got?
Yeah, so we have 22 client-facing advisors now in total, so we've got a very strong team. We've got a further 50 staff or so that sit behind them, providing them fantastic support. So as a business, we've now grown to 70 strong, and plans are to expand further along those lines too. So exciting future for us.
Great, thank you, Paul, and thank you for the insight into who Pareto are and what we do. On a lighter note, and the random question for the podcast as we always finish off, if you could do anything and money was no object, what would you like to do?
I think, having watched all of the films 100 times, I'd probably just choose to be James Bond, Stuart. Hope that's the right answer. I have a suit, but that's pretty much all I have. So the fast cars and travel and glamorous locations would suit me down to the ground.
Well, I'm glad you haven't watched Star Wars 100 times and you wanted to be an Ewok.
Thank you.
As clients will be aware, this podcast is part of a series we have recorded, and if you'd like to subscribe, feel free to check out our other podcasts on estate and tax planning, protecting assets, retirement planning, growing your wealth, cash flow planning, protecting your business, employee benefits, and exiting a business. As always, the information provided in the podcast is general in terms of the nature, and should not be relied upon without seeking specific professional financial advice. If anyone would like to speak to any of our advisors about their personal circumstances, please feel free to get in contact with us, and we offer a fee-free, no obligation review. Thank you for your time.